weekend, you guys know that I am constantly doing strange sort of activities on my weekends, like table decorating contests. This week, I was a judge at Claremore's Got Talent. Yes, good times, good times. And at Claremore's Got Talent, I got to see some talented, everybody was very talented. Everybody was very talented. But some talent was more underdeveloped than others. And it reminded me of this NPR interview that I had gotten to see or listen to in my car. And it was about this woman who at 47 years old, she was a physician, she was a doctor in Norway, and she decided she wanted to be a singer. And they played on the radio, on NPR, this little snippet of her singing when she first started. And when I say that she was terrible, I mean, that's like the understatement. I thought, I was like, is she tone deaf? Like she was flat and she was off key and her pitch was sort of like, but like not in the Mariah Carey way, like in a really bad way. But she was doing essentially an experiment because she loved music, wanted to be a singer, and she wanted to know that if she were to pour in the hours, if she were to do the 10,000 hour test, if she could really become a singer who people would pay to hear. And I listened to this, like I was fascinated because I thought, well, there's no way. I mean, you know, that's true if you have some natural talent, but there's no way that this gal, no offense, I'm not far off of her abilities, so I hear, but I thought there's no way. Well, they followed her through her journey of trying to become a professional singer. And it took her 9,000 hours. She documented everything. It took her 9,000 hours, and she produced her first record, and it sold out in Norway in about 10 minutes. And I was blown away. And they play her singing on the album, and it's totally different, and not P.S. because of auto-tune, which is why some of the celebrities that the young people like are famous, but because she had poured so much practice time into this that it had completely transformed her ability. And now anybody who listened to her would say, oh, well, she obviously had natural talent. No, the answer is no. Like everybody, you heard her before, and it was like, did not have natural talent. So the kid who won Claremore's Got Talent was only 12 years old. There was this little boy named Jarrett, and he was a hip hop dancer, and he was phenomenal. But when I was reading his bio, I noticed that he had competed in, literally hundreds of dance competitions. And there was some singers that were good, but clearly were kind of underdeveloped, hadn't practiced. And I thought, you know, again, it is not about natural ability. Natural ability is a joke. That's the truth. If you want to be good at something, all you have to do is do it over and over and over again. And here's why I'm telling you guys this in a real estate office. Because I see your faces sometimes when something really terrible happens, like you lose a listing, or God forbid, a contract bust and you needed the money. Or if you sit here for 4 months and you call FSBO after FSBO after FSBO and you don't convert any of them, and you just think, well, this is never gonna work out for me, right? It's just, I'm not good at this. Well, I'm here to tell you that's bullshit. 100% bullshit. There is not a single person in this room who cannot slay real estate in the city of Oklahoma City, because it is not about natural ability. It is about how much time and effort you put in. And the beauty of that is that you control your destiny. You control how much money you make in this. And the negative, the flip side, is that you control it, right? Because that's a hard thing to admit sometimes. When you have those days where you think, God, I can't do this, I'm terrible at this. Hey, that is just you in your own head. So please, remember the fact that this does not require talent. This requires perseverance and practice. Okay? All right. So, what did we learn? Clarimore's got talent. Some. And we don't need it, right? We don't need the talent. So, guys, have a wonderful Monday. I want to introduce to you straight off of a flyer.